having any luck finding a good read, how about some Irish-flavored books?
It's true. Carole Barrowman is a friend to all leprechauns and anyone with Baileys. She's back with some Irish-influenced book suggestions for us on St. Paddy's Day.
You have to do this whole segment in your accent.
My Scottish accent? Okay,
Yes.
I'll do my best. I'll do my very best. And I have to say, I am completely willing to do anything since I'm over 50. I figure it's a license to do whatever you want.
Even karaoke after Jell-O shots?
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Even karaoke before the Jell-O shots.
Do you boast about how your kids turned out right and it's all because of something you did?
Yeah. Yeah.
You already started boasting about how your grandchild's turning out right because of what you did right with your own children.
Look at him.
Finnegan Matheson Murray.
That makes you want to. Is that? Oh my gosh.
That is my.
Say it again.
Finnegan Matheson Murray.
Begin again.
Yep.
Begin again. He's so
that's
cute.
my wee Finny.
Cute. So cute. With his Kiss Me I'm Irish, can you stop kissing him?
I can't.
He's so cute.
I'll tell you what's really funny is being a grandparent. My grandson is way cuter and better than my kids.
I totally get that. I totally get that. Because when your own kids are that age, there's a lot of work involved with it, right? And you're like part of disciplining and all of that. Whereas when they're your grandkids, you can just enjoy them.
Absolutely, absolutely. We were just at the Dales with them this last weekend. I'm really doing this in my Scottish accent. We were just at the Dales.
You don't have to do it the whole time.
We were just at the Dells with him this weekend, and honestly, I just couldn't get enough of him. And he's in his little swim thing, and his
how old is he? Floaties?
No floaties, because we went to all the kids places in the Dells. So he is almost 18 months.
Okay.
Yes,
that's a busy age.
Yes, and he's very cute because he only wants to hang out with my husband. He's got and he calls him Bappa.
Yeah. Oh, what does he call you?
Nothing yet.
It'll come up at some point. You'll find out.
Hey, you.
So right, exactly.
Okay, so these are all Irish reads. Are they long reads? Are they short reads? Are some of them
kind
limericks?
of in between? And you know, I love doing these little kind of theme segments because it makes me go back and look at all the books that I've forgotten about. And this first one, this writer, I completely have missed for ages. His name is I think it's Pete McCarthy. It's McCarthy's Bar. It's a travel book, so this is nonfiction.
Oh, okay.
And he decided to revisit Ireland and revisit where his mother grew up. And he has a bunch of rules, which makes this really funny. And his first rule is you never pass
a pub that doesn't have your family name on it.
That has your family name on it. And so his name is McCarthy. So as soon as he hit Ireland, every pub. So it's hilarious. Most of his advice, he's had a few drinks when he gives it. This book is laugh out loud funny. And if you've never read Pete McCarthy, he's awesome. And unfortunately, I think he may have died a few years ago, so you should relive him through his books.
That's awesome. What about Trinity by Leon Uris?
I don't know, but I'm older than you guys, so this was a big book when I was, just finishing up in college. It's a big sort of sweeping, sprawling soap opera kind of novel.
It looks like it.
It's about Irish history. You might want to save this for summer reading because it is a big read.
Like Winds of War or North and South
just like those.
Okay.
It's just like those. It's
That's cool.
It's about the history of Ireland, but it's also a love story between a young man and a young woman who are on opposite sides of the battles in Ireland around World War I. Awesome, really wonderful book. And then my next one,
a long book.
It's really long.
Okay.
I would save it for summer, maybe.
This one, though, The Commitments by Roddy Doyle. You say read the book before seeing the film.
The film is a lot of fun, but I had forgotten how awesome the book was. And it's a perfect Irish book, captures Irish sensibility. It's full of really dry wit, a lot of drinking, a lot of swearing, takes place in a lot of bars, and great music.
Love it.
Fabulous music. It's a great book. And
That's
I think
so cool. And the movie is really good,
The movie's great.
The movie's great, so see it after you read the book.
Yeah, because it's about a group of working class friends who get together, form a band because they want to bring some soul to Dublin. So they want to bring sort of 60s Motown R&B to Dublin. Great. It's a great book.
The Country Girls by Edna O'Brien.
I picked this one because this book was banned in Ireland when it first came out because it's about two young women who moved from the country to Dublin to try to get an experience to experience life, and the Catholic Church thought that was not a good idea to encourage young women to leave the domestic side of things and go find sow their wild oats, so to speak, in Dublin. So the church banned it for many years. It's pretty tame in this world of 50 Shades of Grey, but it's a lovely story.
These next ones are for kids.
Two kids' books.
So here's a kid's one. It's Brave Margaret, an Irish Adventure. This is for ages 5 to 10 years old.
Yes, and this is sort of like the cartoon Brave,
Looks
except
like
it's set in
the hair.
Ireland. I'm sure it sort of influenced that story. It's if you have any young girls in your life who want to be pirates or adventurers, that's the book for them.
Cute.
I like that. And what about the King of Ireland's Son?
This actually is a wonderful book because viewers can get it for free. It's free online.
For 5 to 10-year-olds again.
Yep, and it's Project Gutenberg has put it online. So if you want it, you're okay with reading a digital copy, and it's based on a traditional Irish folk tale, and it's full of swords and sorcery and magic.
So how do people get it then online? Is it like an Amazon? No.
Go to Project Gutenberg online.
Okay.
And you can, and then type in King of Ireland's Son, and it comes up with a whole series of wonderful Irish folk tales.
And Gutenberg is G-U-T, just one T, E-N-B-E-R-G is Project Gutenberg, and you can get that for free. If there's a 5 to 10-year-old in your life who wants a good read, it's free. Go online and you can do that.
Okay.
And you can send questions to Carole. Anything you want. Maybe you want grandparenting advice.
Ooh, everyone's entitled to my opinion.
Yeah, right? Who doesn't?
Everyone can have it. CaroleBarrowman.com is the website to visit. Always great to see you. And happy St. Patty's Day.
Thank you very much, ladies. Appreciate it.
Nice to see you.